Hello everyone. Welcome back to Old Charles, your favorite channel for exploring the fascinating world of coins, their history, and their hidden values. Today, we're diving into the story and value of the United States 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1987. At first glance, it may look like just another everyday coin, but there's a lot more to this little piece of history than you might think. So stay tuned till the end because we'll cover its origin, design, condition, rarity, and of course, its value today. The Jefferson nickel series has been in production since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag, who won a national competition to design the new coin. His winning design showcased President Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, and Jefferson's home, Monticello, on the reverse. By the time we reached 1987, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for nearly 50 years, with only small changes to the design. This coin belongs to what collectors call the pre-Westward Journey era, because the Westward Journey nickel series wasn't introduced until 2004 in 1987. The U.S. Mint produced these nickels at both the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, D mint mark. There were also proof nickels made at the San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, which were struck with specially polished dies for collectors. Millions upon millions were made, so at first glance, these coins may not seem rare. But condition, special varieties, and mint errors can make a huge difference. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1987 Jefferson nickel. Obverse, front. The portrait of Thomas Jefferson faces left, with the motto, "In God We Trust," on the left side, the word, "Liberty," and the date 1987 on the right. Depending on the mint, you may see a mint mark just below the date *** reverse. Back ***. The reverse features the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. Above the building is the word E pluribus unum, and below you'll find Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. The coin is made of a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silvery appearance, and it weighs 5 grams with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. Now, condition plays a huge role in determining the value of any coin, including the 1987 nickel. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, so finding one in pristine condition is much harder. Circulated condition, good to fine *** in well-used condition, the coin usually just holds its face value, 5 cents. These are extremely common. Uncirculated condition, mint state 60 to 63 *** in better condition with no wear, but still with some small marks or luster breaks, the value can go from 25 cents up to $1 to high mint state, MS65 and above ***, a coin with sharp details, full luster, and minimal marks can fetch anywhere from $3 to $10, depending on demand. Proof coins, S mint mark ***, these are the most collectible versions. Proof nickels from 1987, especially if still in their original government packaging, can be worth $5 to $10 or more, with perfect grade examples graded PR70 sometimes reaching higher prices. So, while the average 1987 nickel may not seem like much, condition makes all the difference. Collectors are always on the lookout for special varieties and errors, and the 1987 nickel is no exception. Some possible errors include off-center strikes ***, where part of the design is missing. ***, double die errors ***, where parts of the lettering or date look doubled. Clipped planchets ***, where the coin is missing a small section. Depending on the severity and rarity, these error nickels can sell from $20 to over $100 or even more in auctions. So, let's summarize the value of the 1987 Jefferson nickel. Circulated condition ***, 5 cents, face value. Uncirculated, MS60, MS63 ***, 25 cents to $1, high grade MS65 plus $3 to $10. Proof coins. S mint mark ***, $5 to $10, higher if graded PR69 or PR70. Error varieties ***, $20 to $100 plus, depending on rarity. For most people, this coin is still just pocket change, but for collectors who value condition, mint errors, and proofs, the 1987 nickel holds much more interest. So there you have it, the full story of the United States 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1987. While millions were made, finding a perfectly preserved example or one with a rare mint error can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. We're diving into the story and value of the United States 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1987. First glance, this coin may just look like ordinary change. But behind it lies a history that stretches back more than 80 years, touching on America's past presidents, economic changes, and even wartime struggles. Stay tuned as we unfold the fascinating journey of this coin, from its very origins in the 1930s to the year 1987 and beyond. To really understand the 1987 Jefferson nickel, we need to go back to the 1930s. At that time, the United States Mint was still striking the Buffalo nickel, a beloved design that had been in circulation since 1913. The Buffalo nickel showed a Native American on the front and a buffalo on the reverse, an iconic American design, but by the 1930s, the coin's dies had worn out and production was becoming difficult. In 1938, the U.S. Mint decided it was time for a change. They launched a public design competition for a new nickel, and artists from across the country submitted their ideas. The winner was Felix Schlag, a German-born American sculptor. Schlag's design featured Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, and Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, on the reverse. This design first entered circulation in October 1938, and it has remained the foundation of the nickel design for decades, including the coin minted in 1987, but the story doesn't stop there. During World War II, from 1942 to 1945, nickels were actually made with a special wartime composition of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese to save nickel metal for the war effort. These are called wartime nickels and are a unique chapter in the history of the coin. After the war, the mint returned to the standard copper-nickel composition. As the decades passed, the Jefferson nickel became one of the most familiar coins in American pockets. Millions were minted every year, and it became a symbol of stability in American coinage. While the penny went through major design changes, and the quarter eventually became the canvas for the popular 50-state quarters program, the nickel largely stayed the same, keeping Jefferson and Monticello as its iconic features. By the 1980s, the Jefferson nickel had been in production for nearly half a century with very little change. The year 1987 was no exception. In that year, the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint all produced Jefferson nickels. The Philadelphia Mint struck nickels without a mint mark. The Denver Mint used the D mint mark. The San Francisco Mint created proof nickels with the S mint mark, intended for collectors. In terms of production numbers, 1,987 saw millions of nickels minted, making them widely available for circulation. However, like any coin, the real interest lies in their condition, special varieties, and mint errors. Another interesting fact is that in 1987, America was experiencing the tail end of the Cold War era, and the economy was shifting through a period of financial uncertainty. Coins like the nickel were still everyday essentials in vending machines, phone booths, and public transportation. Unlike today, where digital payments dominate, coins in the 1980s were still a critical part of daily life, and the nickel was no exception. From 1938 to 1987, the Jefferson nickel not only carried the image of Thomas Jefferson but also carried with it decades of American history. From the Depression, through World War II, into the post-war boom, the Civil Rights Movement, and finally into the modern age of the late 20th century. So, when you look at a 1987 Jefferson nickel, you're not just holding a 5-cent piece. You're holding the result of a story that began almost 50 years earlier, with Jefferson's vision for America and Felix Schlag's artistic tribute that has stood the test of time. So, there you have it, the full story of the United States 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1987. Its history stretches all the way back to 1938, through wartime struggles, economic shifts, and decades of American life. While millions were minted in 1987, only those preserved in great condition or carrying rare mint errors hold special collector value today. We're diving into the fascinating details of the United States 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1987. We'll cover its history, design, errors, and most importantly, its value based on condition, because as coin collectors know, condition is everything. Stay tuned, because you'll learn exactly what makes an ordinary nickel worth just face value, and what might make yours a hidden treasure. Now let's talk about the most important part for collectors. Condition. When it comes to coin collecting, grading is the system used to judge a coin's physical state. This grading ranges from the lowest, called poor, all the way up to the highest, mint state 70, for uncirculated coins, and proof 70, for proof issues. The condition of your 1987 nickel determines whether it's just a common pocket piece or a valuable collectible. Let's break this down step by step. At this level, the coin has seen heavy circulation. The details of Jefferson's face are worn down almost flat. Monticello on the reverse may look like just an outline, with very little detail visible. In this condition, the coin is worth face value, just 5 cents. Here, you can still make out Jefferson's face, though it's worn smooth. Some features of Monticello remain visible but lack sharpness. These coins are also just worth face value. Since millions were made and this grade, Jefferson's portrait shows clearer outlines. His eye, nose, and hairline are visible, though flat from circulation. Monticello shows its basic shape but no sharp detail. Still, these coins are only worth a nickel unless part of an error or variety in this stage, where is evident but moderate. Jefferson's hair and face have more visible detail, and Monticello's columns are starting to show. Collectors may keep these in bulk, but value is only slightly above face value. Here, Jefferson's features are strong. The cheekbone, jawline, and hair all show distinct detail. Monticello is sharper, with roof lines and steps partly visible. These coins are collectible but still common, usually worth 10 to 20 cents. Now we're entering the range where value begins to climb. An AU coin has almost no wear except on the highest points of the design, like Jefferson's cheekbone or the steps of Monticello. Luster, that shiny glow from the minting process, is still partly visible. In this grade, a 1987 nickel may fetch 25 cents to $1. These are uncirculated coins, never used in transactions. They have full luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear. However, they may still have small marks from the minting process called bag marks. 62 ms, 62 ***, decent coins with noticeable bag marks. Value, around $1 does, 63 to ms, 64 ***, much nicer, with good luster and fewer marks. Value $2 to $5 is 65, gem uncirculated ***, beautiful coins with strong strike and eye appeal. Value $5 to $10 is 66 and above ***, scarce in this date. Coins this sharp can bring $15 or more at auction, since collectors love high-grade Jefferson nickels. Proof nickels were minted in San Francisco in 1987 with an SF mint mark. They were never meant for circulation and feature a mirror-like finish. Average proof examples sell $4 to $5. High-grade PR69 examples can be worth $10 to $15. Perfect PR70 coins are rare and can sometimes bring $20 to $30 depending on demand. Strike quality ***, some coins from 1987 have weak strikes, especially in the Monticello steps. A coin with full, sharp steps, known as full steps nickels, is highly prized by collectors. These can bring premium prices even if the date is common. Luster ***, a coin that still shines with its original mint luster is more attractive and more valuable. Eye appeal ***, even small differences in toning or brightness can raise collector interest. A coin with colorful rainbow toning may bring higher prices than a plain silver-gray nickel. In summary, condition is king. A 1987 nickel in worn condition is worth only 5 cents. But in uncirculated grades, with strong strike and eye appeal, its value can rise to several dollars. For proof and full-step nickels, the price can go even higher. So, the 1987 Jefferson nickel tells two stories: its history, stretching back to 1938, and its condition, which truly decides its value today. Most nickels from 1987 are worth just 5 cents, but a high-grade, full-step example or a proof in perfect condition could bring much more.